They thought he was just another black dad by the pool. They cuffed him in front of his daughter. Didn't ask. Didn't listen. But he was listening. Watching. And now he's writing it down. Daddy, come in already. Ava's voice rose above the splashing water. Thin arms stretched out over the edge of the float, kicking just enough to turn herself in lazy circles. The pool shimmered beneath her like melted glass, sunlight flickering in bursts. Marcus looked up from his phone, barely a smile tugging at his mouth. "In a sec, sweetheart," he said, voice flat from habit, sunglasses still down over his eyes. A little sandwich bag rustled beside him. Jasmine pulled foil back from a turkey and cheese, her other hand shading her face. She glanced at her husband. "You promised her an hour." "I know." From the front desk window, just behind a potted ficus, a hotel clerk leaned into a walkie, voice low. Didn't even glance out once the words were said. Two other guests, mid-50s, white, wandered past in robes, pausing near the edge of the pool. The woman clutched her purse tighter, muttered something behind her sunglasses. Her husband gave a small snort. They moved on. Marcus didn't react. Just reached for his paper coffee cup, lid soft from steam, marked room 214 in black marker, and took a long sip. Bitter. No sugar. He liked it that way. Sometimes he needed it that way. Inside, the lobby smelled of lemon cleaner and old carpet. His bare feet stuck slightly to the tile as he walked toward the towel rack, just past the desk. The girl behind the counter looked up, looked past him, then turned to a man holding a keycard. "Yes, sir, of course. Right away." Marcus waited. He didn't reach for it. Back outside, the air had thickened. That same couple sat 2 loungers away now. The woman spoke softly. "They're everywhere now." Her eyes didn't leave Ava, who was giggling in the middle of the pool. Her pink float turned again, catching the sunlight. Marcus lowered himself into the lounge chair, his back stiff. The paperback he'd brought with him, dog-eared and faded, lay open on his chest. "The fire next time." A yellow sticky note marked the page. James Baldwin stared up at him from the crease of the paper. He didn't read the words again. He'd memorized them years ago. He checked his phone. A message. The tires crunched faintly over the concrete as the vehicle eased into a space just opposite the pool gate. The engine clicked off. Door opened. Out stepped a man in uniform, mirrored sunglasses hiding his eyes, jaw tight like it never knew how to relax. Officer Troy Salters. The clerk was already outside, pointing. One finger, straight at Marcus's family. Marcus stood slowly. "This, your family?" Salters asked, already near the gate, hand resting on his belt. His voice was all routine and rehearsed power. "Yes," Marcus replied. "I'm their father. We're staying in room 214. You got ID?" Marcus reached into the side pocket of the pool bag, pulled out the hotel keycard, extended it. Salters didn't take it. "I'll need to run that," he muttered, radio already crackling. "Someone reported a disturbance. You fit the description." Jasmine stood now. "What description?" she said, sharp. Salters ignored her. A younger cop, Diaz, badge a little shinier, eyes flicking nervously, approached from the gate. "Sir," Ava screamed. The sound cracked something. Jasmine rushed forward, yelling, "He's a federal agent, you idiot!" "He's FBI," someone else echoed from a distance. Phones were out, screens pointed, Salters straightened. He looked around like he suddenly saw an audience. "That's what they all say." Marcus said nothing. The steel bit into his skin. His daughter was crying now. He found her eyes, met them, held still. Don't break. He didn't speak, didn't beg, didn't shout. An hour later, they released him. No charge, no apology. A manager offered a quiet refund. The clerk didn't look up again. Troy Salters was gone. Inside room 214, the air was still. The blinds were drawn, casting long gray lines across the bedspread. Jasmine sat on the edge of the mattress, her hands in her lap, mouth hard. Marcus stood by the small table, coffee cup in his hand. Same one. Slightly dented now. He didn't drink from it, just held it. The silence swelled between them. Then he picked up his phone, tapped the secure icon, fingers deliberate. A white screen blinked open. Operation Flagstone. Entry log. He began typing. The walls were white, not warm, not sterile, just white. No windows. The air in the D.C. office held the hum of cold ventilation and faint paper dust. Marcus sat across from Langston, who slid a file folder across the table with 2 fingers. Decatur PD, internal. State wants eyes on it. The folder stopped near Marcus's elbow. No push, no pressure. Langston sat back. He didn't blink much. You ready to go active again? Marcus didn't touch the folder, didn't open it. His thumb traced a faint smudge on the manila cover. He didn't answer, but he didn't leave either. That night in the apartment he used during operations, clean but sparse, couch too new to be lived in, he sat with the video on loop, the one someone posted online. The pool, the float, the cuffs. Jasmine's voice breaking, Ava's scream thin and glassy. He didn't watch himself, just watched Ava's face. The tears didn't get him. It was the way she stopped moving. Like some next morning, Langston dragged him into a lunch with other agents. Real casual, half smiles and elbow nudges. At the table, someone new. Sanders, maybe. Chuckled with a mouth full of fries. Bet those cops thought you were the janitor. The laugh caught. A few others joined in. Not loud, just enough to echo. Marcus let the smile form, slow and tight, not real, not angry, just there. Langston shifted beside him, suddenly real interested in his soda. No one looked directly at Marcus. He counted heartbeats. 8-0. Later, a slammed door. South Side, Chicago, 1993. His brother, 17, lanky, holding a school book bag. Face first on a patrol car hood. Their mom screaming. The cop shouting back, bored and louder. Marcus was 14. He didn't move, didn't breathe. That silence lived in his chest like a second lung. Always had. Now it filled his throat again. He drove with the windows down, didn't put music on. Too many words already in his head. In the office, a new intern appeared. Carly, white, 22, fresh out of college. Wide eyes behind glasses she didn't need. She asked questions with her whole face. One morning she leaned over with a quiet voice. Why don't you ever say more? In meeting, he didn't notice how much until later. 2 weeks passed before they asked him to speak. Not officially, just a training seminar. New recruits. Most of them didn't know who he was. Marcus walked in without his jacket, shirt sleeves rolled up. No notes. I'm going to talk about a case, he said. He didn't say it was him. Not right away. Showed the video frame. froze it at the moment the cuffs clicked, pointed. Sometimes they don't see you even with a badge. Silence held, not uncomfortable, focused. Even the back row kids leaned forward. He let that silence stretch, let them sit with it. "That's the whole damn point," he said, then walked off. Applause came late, surprised itself. Not polite, real. Later, someone from Brass emailed Langston. 2 words. He's ready. The next week, the blowback came. A podcast. Some cop host, local big mouth, uploaded a new episode. Pool lies and badge cries. Troy Salters himself calling in. On the clip, Troy laughed. Said he's FBI. I mean, come on. That's like saying you're Batman. Marcus saw the clip in a thread. Someone tagged him with a thinking face emoji. He didn't respond, just watched the way the others laughed with Troy. Not cruel. Dismissive. That stung deeper. He sat in his car that night, in a parking garage again. Phone against his ear. Jasmine answered on the second ring. "I'm tired," he said, voice low, hoarse. "Every room, it's like I have to introduce myself again, just to exist." She didn't say anything at first. Then make them remember. He closed his eyes, let her words settle into his chest, like anchoring weight, like armor. At the next town hall, public, crowded, loud with paper programs and folding chairs, Marcus came early, sat in the back. Troy stood up front, shirt crisp, voice trained. "We've just facts, just order." One by one, heads turned. Breathing changed. Even Troy looked smaller. No one clapped, no one shouted. But the room turned cold. Marcus didn't flinch, didn't blink. On the drive home, Ava slept in the back seat, head tilted, mouth slightly open. A soft snore. The kind kids make when they've cried too hard earlier. Marcus kept one hand on the wheel. The other reached across to the glove box. He opened it, took out the coffee cup. Still marked. Room 214. Still dented. Still his. He didn't throw it away, just looked at it, set it gently back. Langston didn't knock, just stepped into Marcus's office like he always had, holding a folder with no label, no color, just weight. He didn't speak, didn't gesture, just placed it on the desk and left. Marcus stared at the folder for a long while, then flipped it open. Top sheet read, Equity Reform Initiative. He exhaled, slow and steady. The air in the room smelled of coffee, faint cologne, and paper warmed by a desk lamp. Outside the window, sirens moved past, distant. He didn't get up. The next few weeks came with friction, not open hostility. Just whispers, long glances, skipped greetings. A few agents shifted when he walked into meetings, not because they were scared, because they weren't sure what he'd become. He's never chasing acknowledgement, just doing the job. When the pressure cracked, it wasn't his. Troy's name trended. A local reporter dug up body cam inconsistencies. That podcast resurfaced. Public comments poured in. 3 weeks later, Troy resigned. Not fired. Just gone. Marcus found him in the hallway outside a hearing room. No uniform, no press. Just 2 men, alone under flickering fluorescent lights. Troy stopped, offered a sideways glance. "You think this changes anything?" Marcus looked at him. Not through him. At him. It already did. He didn't say it with anger, just certainty. that landed heavier. The offer came soon after. Langston again, folder in hand. Deputy Willett, nothing big. Just 2 nights at a quiet hotel outside Asheville. Pool, trees, no schedule. The same chain, different city. Ava came out of the bathroom holding a fresh hotel coffee cup. Like last time, Daddy. He took it from her, examined the label, marker again, black and thick. Room 306. He smiled, small but real. Yeah, he said, just like. She giggled and ran back outside. The screen door slapped shut behind her. He held the cup a moment longer, then 5 cities. The boardroom went still. No pushback, no applause. Just a few nods, one cough. They agreed. He didn't raise his voice, didn't thank them. Just stood and left. In the ripple that followed, people began to move. Carly, the intern who'd asked why he stayed quiet, spoke at her university's law symposium. Her words showed up online later in clips. Justice isn't loud, it's persistent. His old seminar speech floated back again, now subtitled, translated, re-shared. Somewhere in Detroit, a young black cadet pinned a quote inside his locker. Be heard. Do the work. Marcus didn't know him, never would, but one Saturday, at a different hotel pool, he watched another black father speak to his son during a small scuffle over pool toys. Keep calm, the man said gently. The boy frowned. I don't have to disappear. Marcus sat nearby watching, heard it all, felt it. He didn't interrupt, just sat back, eyes shaded, face unreadable. Then, just slightly, he smiled. Months passed. One day he returned to the first hotel. Different purpose now. A meeting, maybe. Ava had come along, said she wanted to swim again. The courtyard was the same. The pool shimmered under the sun, calm, familiar. No stares, no whispers, no walkie-talkie calls. Marcus sat in the same chair, room 214 behind him. Ava climbed into the pool again. Same float, new age. She laughed. He held a new coffee cup in one hand. Then he stood up, walked to the nearest trash bin, dropped it in without a word. He didn't need it anymore. As they headed back to the room, Ava ran ahead, then stopped, turned around. Daddy? Yeah? Are you still invisible? Marcus looked at her, then past her, then back again. His voice came quiet, steady, without hesitation. No, baby. They see me now. And the door closed gently behind them.